Hello, Cancer, and welcome to 1111 Tarot. Hindsight's always 2020. This is going to be about the last full moon of the year. And welcome to the 1111 Wheel of Life. And this is how I do my spreads. It just kind of helps me to walk through this with you this way. It's a combination of the medicine wheel, astrology, numerology, a whole bunch of different levels, and the tarot as well. All right, let's get rolling. So I have an announcement to make. I'm very excited. If you want to learn tarot, I'm giving away to everybody. Anybody that subscribes, any followers, I'm going to be sharing an online, live, interactive, free tarot course. So go ahead, hit subscribe, and then that'll be happening in January. And with subscription or following, you will be able to stay updated for how you get into that. All right, my lovelies, let's get started. Cancer, how are you? Here we go. Now, it's all about this full moon happening in Cancer, December 29th in the United States. Here we are. Now, I've pre-shuffled, pre-smudged, and premeditated on all the cards, but I do cut the deck just to get your energy involved. All right, let me scooch you forward, my lovelies. And let's see here. We have a 32, right? Yes, 32. All right, so we have a challenge ahead of us. And we have relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. And I've gotten this card recently as we've neared December. As we've entered December, I've got this card more fluently in my readings. And I feel like there's like a shift taking place. There's a trophy being handed off. And this person is just weary. Like, you can tell that they want to make music, but they're exhausted. They have their head bowed. They're accepting the blessing, I believe. And that's what seems to be happening here. Let's go up to the top here. Let me get you steady. And I want to see what this is. Okay, so this is a white stag. Yeah, it's very light anyway. It's like over that bridge is a brand new mountain to climb. So there are going to be some serious challenges. There really is. And it's going to be a little bit of a tougher time, Cancer, but you can do this, okay? It's going to take a lot of inner strength. So that is what the Great Divine has us working on. Now, after we've got that as our center, let's switch. Now, this was Whispers of Love. It's an oracle deck. We're going to switch over to the tarot. And we're going to grab 4 cards from this deck. This is the good tarot. And we're going to go right here into our east with our air, which is all about how the 5D connects with us. And we think of things first, and it's telepathic communication through mind and concept. And this is how we begin to manifest. And you have the 5 again of earth. So you have root number 5 and then a direct 5. 5 of earth. It's about feeling left out in the cold, like a lack. And there's a little bird. Slender bird, so it's some humble amount of communication, but I feel you're withdrawing, and you were feeling because this is the 5D is saying, hold on now, this has got to be looked at, because there's a lot of love here, but where are you placing your energy if you're getting this feeling of not reciprocating, or somebody's not reciprocating with you? Let's reinvest our energy and change this pattern, right? All right, let's go down here into our south node. There it is. You're like, yep, I need a new perspective, like on a lot of things right now. Like, I feel like with this being the root of 3 as a 12, I feel like you're And this is major arcana. I feel like you yourself are looking at past relationships, possibly seeing what they had in common that didn't work, and discovering what it is about you that makes you happy. What is it about you that brings calmness and a feeling of being on your feet, because you're putting yourself in this position. Woo! Okay, that was my dog bumped a couple frames I had set up, but it startled me. You know, maybe that's what we need, is to get snapped into a different reality. Like, get out of this. And we're going to find out, because we're moving into our ancestors' position, which is the West, which is fire. Here we go. There's your new position. It's a calling. Something's definitely coming your way, and you're being called to step into a higher perspective of what brings happiness to you. What passion is it that you're pulled to? In other words, it's time to transmute the energy of this feeling and take the energy and redirect it into this call, right? There's also communication in the mix, if you will. This is trial and error. It's in the emotional position. So this is calling for you to, it's almost like you completed this lesson twice, because you've got a 20. Like you didn't quite feel like you completed it the first time, but then you redid it. A duel. And it's the decision to move forward, right? Now look at the feathers on there. It may be about you being called to do communication, right? Okay, so we've got left out in the cold, Cancer, and now we have regret in your North Node. And it's all based on taking ownership of the patterns that you're allowing to keep you in this circle. I have to be real, my lovelies. It is. You know, I have Cancer in my moon. Or is it my Venus? I'd have to look again. Yeah, this is going to be a hard cycle. But hey, not all of our cycles are easy. And I'm here to help. I'm here to guide the message that is given to you as clear as possible. And that's my job. You know, that's why you watch my channel. And I do ask that you support me in the algorithms. Here we go. Moonology deck. Let's dig into, where are you currently in your cycle, Cancer? Time to balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. Now, Pisces is all about the unseen realm. It's in the house of dreams and secrets in the subconscious. And so you might be spending a lot of time in the clouds and need to come down and kind of ground a little and get a balance. Get this balance, and that's what I'm seeing with there's this duplicity again. Yeah, I feel it with these goldfish. So there's some balancing in the scales here in the cycle, and that's what's going to happen. You have something very amazing coming in. That's why you're being asked to get out of this. Look, you're not left out in the cold. You are very loved, but you need to look at this relationship pattern. It is imperative that you balance out your spirituality and practicality. Don't give up your spirituality for anyone, and don't give up the practicality just because we can walk around in this fantasy and just think that because we're protected and we're so loved that everything's going to be handed to us. We have to earn it, right? Because it's all about co-creating. Because look, this is like a miracle. This isn't just a wish fulfillment. This is believing the impossible. Big blue moon. Exquisite. I love it. So we have some growth to do, which is really important that we do this. That is absolutely a beautiful read. I do want to clarify a little bit. So we're going to grab the little baby tarot. A lot of people like the baby tarot. I do too. Absolutely. Alrighty. Let's look at this right here, this 5. You have a lot of challenges coming up here. So, High Priestess. It's your subconscious, lovely, because it's almost like you're going to need to reprogram from a root chakra, from ground level. Your intuition knows that it's time for you to work on this position of how you feel and appropriate a new response. How do you do this? I gotta switch over. I'm sitting on my leg again. Get creative, literally, to transmute negative energy, which feeling left out in the cold. 5 of water. You need to paint. You need to sing. You need to build something, create something, grab your kids' Legos or grandkids' Legos, build with the grandkids, make hot cocoa, watch a movie, pop popcorn, listen to your favorite music. I could go on for days. Whatever you need to do to redirect your energy into, read a good book, get into a different world, but redirect. That's how we do it. That's how we work on ourselves. Because it's time to shift into a completely different place. Hanged Man, clarification. Imbalance. Absolutely. This is one person giving, the other person not. And it's also handing out to too many people. Spread too thin. And that might be what happened, is you've been giving in too many different directions and not enough to yourself. And we need to get practical and take care of ourselves so that we can take care of others. It's all about this life raft, right, Cancer? And I'm in the middle of this lesson completely with you. I'm learning it. So we're in this life raft. We've got to consistently make sure that as we lose air, we build it back up. Even if we're checkered out, we need to do that. And the thing is, others tend to complain their life raft isn't blown up. They need help. They're too tired to do it, whatever. We migrate over to cheer them up, to give them help, resuscitate their life raft. But at the same time, we are sinking because we haven't floated ours up first. So we're not able to be in our power. We're not able to be self-sufficient in a solid foundation, right? So maybe this uneven give and take is really about you giving to others and not yourself enough. All right, my lovelies. Here we go. Another clarification. It's the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Beautiful energy. All about this dynamic of understanding how to maintain your queen status and still be this nurturing, loving queen to everybody. She cares for herself first. Then she comes to the court, right? Then she comes to the parlor, or she goes to the dine, or whatever she does. She first tends to herself, and she takes a good portion of the morning to prep her mental status because she's the queen of her world. And then she can give to others in a very balanced way. I feel there's a regiment coming on, right? Oof, here's the call. 3 of Swords, the call. Something's going to break the heart. Something's going to break the heart. And it's okay, because it's not going to shatter your heart. You already have knowledge of it coming. You've already braced for it. You're already working on yourself. You've already recognized the pattern that this is not even in give and take. You've recognized the pattern with your intuition. Maybe it's this video. Maybe it's something you've been feeling. So we do have some adjustments. That's what the 3 of Hearts is. It's just this is something is spread too thin. All right? So let's go ahead and see what it is. It's possibly It's about a young, new beginning. Like, it didn't even take full shape. It was still in its infancy. It was a thought. It was a trial and error, because where are we? Emotional trial and error. Moving into what isn't going to happen. It's the Knave of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. One more card to qualify. The Hierophant. Higher learning. It's a lesson. It's a lesson, in a way, to step back and readjust. That's what Three of Swords is about, is really pulling the swords out of the heart and looking at things and saying, why'd this happen? And that's what we have, is this relationship pattern reminder from the divine. Let's go into this Five of Water. How are we going to shake this and transmute it? You're going to focus on your career right now. You're going to focus on being this Queen of Pentacles. This is someone that's steady. This is not somebody that, how do I put this? They're even. They're emotionally available, but they're also very grounded. They're very spiritual. They are very concerned about their home, and they're very concerned about taking care of themselves. So down here, we have a Queen of Cups, okay, in control of emotion, right? We're going to move up here to the Queen of Pentacles. Let's go up here. Yeah, it's about just it's caring for oneself. It's like the seeds that you've planted are almost there. But this Five of Water, if you look back and you nurture the past with regret, this pattern will resurface to see if you want to do another round. And so it is not time to recircle, but to continue to grow. Continue to grow and move forward and reap the benefit of the things, the blessings that are available. Another qualifier. Yeah, it's coming very quickly. It's not here yet. I think it'll come in January, Cancer. You do have the divine pair on the table. Queen and King of Pentacles. Very special reunion of some kind. I say reunion. How about union? Maybe this is from another lifetime. I sense new. I sense new. I think once you get past this pain and you let go of this connection and move into the higher learning of the lesson, and realize that this is just a knave compared to a King of Pentacles, when you let this go, this is when this comes in, Cancer. Alrighty, dighty, beautiful. I love this, Cancer. I don't feel this is now. I feel this is coming in your cycle, possibly February. Right now, it's all going to be about repositioning and learning to transmute energy as you go through a healing cycle and let go and recognize what the lesson is, which is this challenge to break this relationship pattern completely. Right? And it's hard because you're going to lapse and you're going to feel moments and you can't let it get you down. You have to realize it's time to grow past whatever concept or mind restriction that you've been holding on to that is stunting your own growth. That's all. You're just stunting your growth a little bit with some thinking, some way of believing, some way of perception. You're going to work out of it. You are right here in self-work. And the 5D is working through your intuition, giving you messages. One of them is balance your spirituality and practicality, because it's a full moon in Pisces, which is all about the unseen world. Let's go over here and look what's coming. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. I love you to the moon and back, Cancer. Much light, much love. Namaste.